volunteer to where you are now, to where you basically look like you like regardless of what people think, like this is like a dope ass setup, like a
Yeah.
home. You got a grill. Like,
For
how did you
real.
go from oh shit, like I'm out here to like this?
Um,
Was it like you just knew that you were gonna end up, or did you just have to learn like little by little?
well, as far as surviving, instinct for me. I was only homeless only one other time in my life, as I mentioned about when I was 15. I grew up. I got street smarts real fast. In Chicago, out of necessity, really, to survive. But at first, when her and I became homeless, it was like, what do we do? I mean, these people out here, they know the ins and outs of it, the mechanics of how to, get through life as a homeless person. We didn't. So um, it came gradually, but I knew, if I got to live like this, man, I want to make it comfortable. I want to make it as close to. I want to make her comfortable. Really, that's what this is all about. Because she's used to, I used to provide her, that life. But I wanted to make it as normal as possible and comfortable. So that's why I did this. So that meant really finding that spot um, where I could do that. Even the cops would tell me, the river, go to the river, go to the river. And I always heard bad things about the river, Like, I don't want to take my wife to the river, It's dangerous. Which it is, but it isn't. It's no more dangerous than anywhere else, man. But so finding that spot and not being chased out of the park. In the parks, you have to live out of a suitcase or out of a backpack because you got to keep moving. So finding that spot was the first thing. I found this spot. It didn't look nothing like this. That hill went all the way to this fence, from the gate all the way to the rocks. And so I just, and I made a shelter out of tarps at first, a big one though. But then I thought, it just kind of just came to me, just make it like this, make it as normal as possible. And it kind of is. I got a bathroom back there. We shower, and, every, everything else people do in bathrooms. So we have that. I have my kitchen,
Hmm.
you know, I got my little sink over there. Not quite done though. I'm gonna, when they come through and we move back, I'm gonna improve on a lot of this, because I have the skills to do that. Gilligan's Island, it was my motivation, my inspiration. You know what I mean? The
Yeah.
professor,
Yeah.
it can be done. It can be done. Everything that I need is here, in the river. Everything I need.
So
So yeah, I'm gonna have running water, believe it or not, and which just requires a big barrel, water, and a sump pump, a manual sump pump. I can have my shower, my sink. Yeah. So to answer your question, I built houses all my life, So I'm like landscaping. I did all of it, from the ground up. I did it all. So that's why I did this.
so it came natural.
Well, yeah, if I got to be out here, I'm gonna make it as comfortable as possible. We don't all live in the gutter. It's not like in the movies, man. Homelessness, Skid Row in L.A. It's not, the whole big picture. It's not all like that, you know. Like my mom, I have to keep convincing her until she worries, I tell her, Mom, I send her pictures like, Mom, it ain't so bad,
That's cool.
If my mother came here, I mean, it would put her mind at ease. If I have to be homeless while I'm waiting for my SSDI claim to be approved, and we're back indoors, which we're not going to be back indoors, by the way, in apartments. But my mom would be like, okay, yeah, I'm not worried anymore. It's nice. It's nice.
Yeah.
She's bad at housekeeping, really bad. You know, it's messy now, but besides that, it's comfortable here. We do what everything we do what everybody else does. We cook dinner, breakfast, everything. I got my stove. It's cool. What I was saying was, Yeah, indoors, not gonna go back indoors. I don't want to pay rent ever again. Mortgage, that's different. You're gonna own that property one day, but I'm gonna buy a 30-foot RV and live in that and then travel. Because we're old, we're in our 50s, you know, so I'll live out the next few years that way, just travel around in a nice RV. We got a nice chunk of change coming from the PUA money, so thank God for that. I mean, that's a godsend, really. You know, between us, we're gonna have pretty close to $40,000 between the two of us. Believe it or not.
So it's PUA?
The PUA, it's like the pandemic unemployment assistance. I think PUA stands for. It's the unemployment thing that there's like a supplement to EDD, UI, which we don't qualify for, but the feds are giving this money to stimulate the economy, to keep it from collapsing. You know, you didn't know about that?
Oh, I knew, but yeah, I recognize that.
PUA.
PUA, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, they're giving it up, giving it away. I'll take it. You know, but that's gonna get us out of here. That's all I needed. Something like that. Just a little jump start. You know, on our future.